Hilchos Sukkah Perek Hey Halacha Chov. Bamed v'amurim b'shlo yoyim v'mokim echod avir shloisha tvachim. What we mentioned earlier in the previous halacha, that if the shade is greater than the sun, that's only if there's no place where you have 3 tvachim area of emptiness. But if you have 3 tvachim, we're going to the Peirush. It doesn't matter if it was in the middle of the sukkah or from the side. It's even worse than schach posel. He has to make it less than 3 tvachim. Because even though schach posel we said was 4 tvachim, and on the side is 4 ames, but avir here is gimel tvachim. Miatu. Once he makes it less than 3 tvachim, B'dova apostle, schach posel, like he put up, he put up pillows or blankets. Im sukkah g'doyle kshera. If it's a sukkah g'doyle, it's kosher. Im sukkah k'tana psulo, in sukkah k'tana causes it to be posel. Achi yimetena b'dova shemesachim boy. Why? Because you don't have, otherwise you don't have an area of 7 by 7 that's covered with schach. Kosher, as we learned in Sukkah 18a, here disqualifies a Sukkah with 3. Now, says 3 in a big Sukkah. If you can make it even smaller, whether with konim, which is kosher with schach, or shvudim, which is, or with spits that you roast meat on, with a metal, which is posel, it does cause it to be less. Then the Sukkah ktano, with wood it would be, with the cane it would be a miyut, but with spits it wouldn't have be a miyut. And he says that you do not do schach with spits that are made out of metal. Only in Sukkah Gedol it's kosher. If you made it with, if you made it smaller, because you have Zayin al Zayin. But with Sukkah Ktano, you have to do it with something that you use. And if you do it with something that's Masari, it's not called lessening, because there's no shiur that's kosher to Sukkah. Shulchan Aruch says the Halacha Avia, here, both in a big Sukkah and a small Sukkah, there it doesn't matter whether it's in the middle or on the side, it's 3 tvachim. Less than 3 tvachim is kosher, and it can be considered part of the Sukkah. You shouldn't sleep under the area that has ear. Rashi explains that less than 3 tvachim we say that it's non-existent because there's a concept of lovud, and it's considered as if the hole is closed. By 3 tvachim, you don't have lovud, even from the side. You don't have doif and akuma, a crooked wall, because people don't make a wall out of ear. Shulchan Aruch continues. Schach posel is in, it makes a sukkah posel less than 4 tvachim, and ear next to it less than 3 tvachim. They do not get together to make it posel. Therefore, if there's ear and 3 tvachim, even if you made it less with schach posel, it's kosher. This is only in a Sukkah Gedola. But Biktano, there doesn't have Zayin. If there is between them 3 tvachim, they will starve lipshu, because the ear and the schach both have the same measurement of 3 tvachim, like in Halacha Yud Gimel. As the Mishnah here repeats is suffix, whether you need 7 by 7 square, or you can, if you have 3 by 3 in one place of the sukkah and 3 by 3 in the other place of the sukkah and 1 by 1 in another place of the sukkah, do you say that that's 7 by 7? And the Rambam, he infers from the language of the Rambam, you need 7 on 7 as a square, in one place to make the sukkah tana a sukkah, or any sukkah a sukkah. If the majority of the schach, the shade, was greater than the sun, but part of the sukkah, the sun was greater than the shade, if you take the entirety, is more than the sun of everything, it's kshera. It is kosher. My mission says in a brisa in Pesach Yotzim Nasuka Nidin Gesuka. There's a Gemara in the Test of an Olive, besides a brisa that if you have part of the schach going out over the sides, and that's called Pesach Sukkah. It's like Sukkah. Rabbi Yochanan says it's talking about what the Sukkah where the shade is greater than the sun, and a little bit the sun is greater than the shade. Shulchan Paskins, if the majority of the Sukkah has shade greater than sun, in two parts, miuta, and a little bit of it has the sun more. Therefore, when you put together the sun and the shade of the entire sukkah, you'll have always more shade than you have sun, and it's kosher like the Rambam. The Rambam cites the Ran. Those are machmir. If it's a sukkah gedolah, there's 7 on 7 tvochim, where the sun is greater than the shade. Even though if you take the whole sukkah, it would be kosher. It's possible. The Mishnah that machmir means you shouldn't sit in that area, but the sukkah is kosher. The Ran adds the different thing that the Gemara is talking about the sukkah is 7 on 7, and the miyat is bottled to the majority, therefore it's all kosher. But the sukkah gedolah, when you have 7 on 7, that area is considered a mokim chashuv and wouldn't be bottled to the rest of the schach where the shade is greater. Therefore, you should not sit in that area where the sun is greater than the shade. And he cites the Pri Megadim, who's not sure if it's kosher if there's only 2 walls to that area, which could happen when you have what we had before of Pesach Yotzim Sukkah, that there's a section of the sukkah where that is outside the wall, and one wall goes beyond. So you have just 2 walls to say that it would be kosher in such a situation.